Hello, Canucks fans, and welcome back to another episode of The Canucks Conversation, brought to you as always by the great folks over at Zephyr Epic. You can use promo code Hockey Season, capital H, capital S, all one word, Hockey Season. That will get you $5 off your order at ZephyrEpic.com. That is ZEPHYR Epic.com. If you choose to shop online, you can enjoy free shipping Canada-wide on any order over $50. But if you'd like to shop in store, support local, go to their retail location in beautiful Surrey, British Columbia. Our promo code Hockey Season works in store as well. You tell them you listen to Canucks Convo. You tell them you're a big fan. They ask you your favorite Canuck is. You say Chris Faber, and you get the promo code. Still valid. Canucks Convo. What's that?
We're opening the MVP. So this is the first set of the year for 2023, 2024. A lot of ducks in here. A lot of ducks. But I got the MVP talent, Thomas. Is it Tomas Hertel?
Tomas.
I'm working on that stuff. And the other thing about the MVP is you got the ice battle cards. You can do it's a little card game you can play against each other.
Yes, we were going to do it.
Yeah.
We had a lot of good content.
Somebody had to go screw it all up.
Yeah.
Get hired by the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah. So obviously, okay, my name's Dave Woodrelli. I'm joined as always by the man who built the place, Chris Faber. Our technical producer for the last time is Aaron Bordato, and obviously, Aaron, we'll get to you soon, but we've got some massive news.
We'll get to Aaron soon. I know
we
that.
Will. We've got some massive news right off the top. Huge news. We have to talk about it. The Edmonton Oilers get shut out last night, 3-0, and so do the Calgary Flames. Not only that, the Rangers started the corpse of Jonathan Quick, and the Oilers still couldn't get one. Bring him in, Aaron Bordato.
The best tweet that I saw the night last night, somebody had this tweet, I just saw it get retweeted by someone, but it was the Battle of Alberta.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's like amazing.
Oh, that's good content.
Today on Oilers Nation every day, I brought in the Battle of Mid meme. And that's a compliment for both of these teams right now. I would love to be mid. We're ass right now.
Yeah, that somebody's got it right at Oilers Nation. The Oilers are mediocre.
That took off at Canucks Army.
I don't know if you know the story of that, Aaron, but there was a story somebody wrote here in Vancouver for Canucks Army. The Canucks are mediocre. That might have been the hottest story of the year.
That took off, and it was so accurate.
So mad, but right now, yeah.
Anyways, we have.
I might have to write that story. Yes, everything sucks. Food doesn't taste good. Nothing smells good. I can't enjoy anything. I can't sleep. I can't eat. This is awful. And if we lose the Heritage Classic, I am smashing the panic button. My hand is over top of it.
You've got us here, Aaron, though. You've got us at least, right?
Yep, that's fair. I tell you, doing Oilers Nation after dark, it's just, I'm like a therapist for the city right now. It's just, I'm trying to help everybody get through it as a family, and I don't have any answers. Let me know in the chat if you have answers.
I saw yesterday, like the video that I saw to Calgary was a little bit worse, but like I was watching the last bit of the Oilers game, and like, man, the Boo-Birds are out too. Like that's when it's starting to get pretty tough. We saw it last year. We saw Jersey on the ice in the first game last year though too. So like y'all don't have it that bad just yet. Like things were worse here last year. It felt like.
I was very surprised I did not see a jersey tossed on the ice last night because Oiler fans have been known to do that themselves. I will ban everyone from my chat if I find out that they threw a jersey on the ice.
Everybody's
trying real fighting words, but.
Trying to go out there and recycle their Yakupov jerseys and stuff like that.
Okay. Let's get to the actual big news. We'll rip the Oilers throughout the show, I'm sure. But obviously, the actual big news of the day, my dear friend has been hired by the Vancouver Canucks. Do you want me to just read their statement before you know?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
So today, the Vancouver Canucks announced that respected hockey journalist Chris Faber will join the organization on November 6, 2023, becoming the team's first senior hockey writer and exceptional and enthusiastic storyteller. Chris has created a significant following since his founding of the Canucks Conversation podcast in 2018, followed quickly by joining Canucks Army in 2019 as senior writer and senior content creator. They go on to talk about your passion for the Abbotsford Canucks, the prospects, the development system, all that. And my favorite line of this entire release, his passion runs so deep that he is currently learning Swedish. Chris, it was 9:30 in the morning. I cannot tell you how excited I got when I saw that they included his passion runs so deep that he is currently learning Swedish. That is my all-time, that is the best line that any organization has ever put in any press release ever. Like, that's competing with the Kotkaniemi thing that happened, all the offer sheet press releases that were back and forth. His passion runs so deep that he is currently learning Swedish. That is the funniest thing I have ever read, probably ever. And I just wanted to make sure I highlighted that. Chris will be afforded a unique insider access to our hockey operations team, working closely with our entire organization to capture and share compelling stories of interest to our fans. Here's a quote there from Michael Doyle, president of business operations, going on to talk about how great you are, how you're a Swiss Army knife, all that sort of stuff. And anybody who's listened to this show for more than a year already knows that. We are going to miss you, obviously, but this is why I kept saying I'm excited for you. It wasn't a Chris is leaving, he's making a mistake. Like, there were some people that thought you were going back to the mill, man. Like, there was people thinking you were going back to Nanaimo.
There's been times in the last couple of years why I actually have had to think about that. Like, it's so to get to this point in life, it's pretty amazing to be able to continue to do this and do this with the Vancouver Canucks. I mean, I grew up a fan of this team. People could probably hear, I think I saw in some of the replies to our show when we're leaving that they appreciated like the fandom coming out, I guess, at times a little bit, even though I think you do a better job of being a more of a journalist type. Like, I still am a fan of the Canucks. I've said this on the show. Like, I want the Canucks to win now more than ever, because I am part of the Vancouver Canucks, which is like it's the first time actually saying that out loud. So that's kind of crazy. But a lot of it's like, they took notice of a lot of the good work that we were doing at Canucks Army. I guess I should say
pretty generous.
More specifically, the coverage of the Abbotsford Canucks, the stuff that I did with prospects, the Blackfish report was a big thing. And
pat on my own back, I told you to bring Blackfish back.
Sure.
That was my call. Just getting that out there.
Okay, yeah. Just keep patting yourself
well,
on the
you
back.
Said we. Go on. Go on.
My name's in the segment here, Quads, not you. But I think that was a cool thing. It's because, man, and nobody else was driving out to Abbotsford to go cover the team aside from the playoffs. Like, there's wasn't the reason why I was doing it. I was doing it because I thought that we could have better coverage that way. And the reason I watch all the prospects and do that is because it feels like we could get better coverage that way. I'm still going to be doing that type of coverage for the team. And there's Tankar in there. I was looking for him, but working on the Swedish. I'm going to have some personal lessons here. But all those type of things I'm going to continue to be able to do with the Vancouver Canucks. Obviously, I'm going to be covering the NHL team. And having good access with, management and everybody who's able to give quotes on it. But what I'm really excited about is everything, to be honest. And today's been a pretty crazy day, to be honest. Like, I can't get back to texts and messages and all that stuff. There's just too many. Every time what I'm doing is I go through my texts and I reply to as many, all of them. And then I go to Twitter and it's like, oh, there's 45 there. And I'm like, oh, then I go to Instagram, there's 45 there. Then I come back to text and there's another 30. Like, I can't. I appreciate everyone being so nice, but it's like I'm trying to keep up with everyone.
You got to do a generic response like,
no, but I don't want to do that.
Or madam, and then copy and paste
name here. No, I won't do that. But the cool thing is they wanted to keep that stuff going with the coverage of not just the NHL team, which is always going to be there, but as well as Abbotsford and weekly stuff with prospects. And now I'm going to have the ability to, whether it's a scout who's the one or the scout who's, dealing with a player or a development guy like Ryan Johnson or Mikael Samuelsson out there in Sweden, I think I'm going to be able to do a little bit more now with the Vancouver Canucks organization, just doing what I really love doing. And that's just creating this type of content for Canucks fans. And there's some pretty cool projects that are still just in the works right now. Nothing's really been set in stone, but there's more to what the release says too, I think, to come in the future.
Which I was upset about. But
don't worry about that. Down the road, there's going to be some exciting stuff that I'm going to continue to do because I think that, I love writing about the team and covering the team. But I even had a conversation with them yesterday of we're still doing all the prospect clips, right? I'm still tuning out and they're like, we want that. We know that's going to eat up part of your day. So that I was excited to hear that. So as much as I can, I'm still going to be, tweeting out accounts or tweeting out different things on the account from hey, Gary Mackey scored a goal today. Here you go. But I do want to say Dave Hall's doing an excellent job of it. I think we've been sending people that direction for a little bit here. Not necessarily just because you were aware that I was leaving for the past week here, but in general, Dave's doing an excellent job for Canucks Army and he's spending a lot of time. And from our dealings with him is just trying to help him into the kind of realm that Canucks Army has. He's doing a great job. He's too hard on himself too. I know he screws up a couple grammar things here and there, but he's crushing it with the clips and everything. So he's a great follow on Twitter if you're looking for that, but I'm going to still keep doing that. I'm still going to be tweeting out about prospects and all that stuff and Abbotsford and just now I'm excited to the thing that I'm excited about is have more time. I can focus a full day now on telling the story of something that I think is really cool going on in the organization when my current job right now, there's so many things we have to do on a day-to-day basis. You know this, and I think sometimes it makes it difficult to really like sit down for a full day, contact 7 or 8 different people, and then get that perfect story. Like that's the thing about Canucks Army that's a little different. It's able to be successful because it's different and it's not like a newspaper. Like we're not a newspaper writer who shows up and has their one story that they have to write for the day and that's their job for it. That's not what you and I do here. We come here, we do this show, you manage the site, you do a lot of different things. Everything that we do aside from just being writers, we're not just writers. Like I think now I can have that opportunity with the Canucks, and I'm so excited about the type of content that I'm gonna be able to put out here, and maybe some traveling down the road to do some stuff. I know I'm going to be heading down to Seattle. I'm going to be seeing Lisa. I'm going to be watching Sori Minio and some of these other prospects and be able to do some stories that way. But yeah, it's unreal. I'm really excited about what's to come here, and just to hear from a lot of the people that I spoke with over the past week of kind of getting this job fully in order, of like the excitement level that they had, and just kind of the hearing from them about what their expectations were for the role, and those lining up so well with mine for what I want to do and provide to Canucks fans. I think it's perfect. I'm really excited.
Yeah. A lot of questions in the chat about the role itself. I think you're going to kind of have to see what the work that you do turns out to be, because again, you can't reveal all your stuff and all your projects that you're doing, but let's just be clear. The team hasn't hired a personal cheerleader. Like that's not what they were going for with this hire. That's not what they're getting with this hire. And I'm very excited for you, man. And I know you're going to crush it.
Even though, like, have I been a cheerleader for prospects over the last 5 years? I mean, the term favorable coverage has come out, and I've seen that a few times the last couple of days. But like, how can you not root for these teenage kids? Okay. Come on, like maybe I have been a cheerleader at times.
Okay, but you're not going to have to write fluff stories if the team's on a 4-game skid. No. That's what I want to make clear. I don't think that's coming. Yeah, no. that's not in the cards here. But yes, I mean the prospect coverage isn't going to get any more positive. I hope.
I don't think it can. If I'm being honest, man, like if anybody,
I'd be scared to see what more positive prospect coverage from you would look like.
Is there any other outlets putting out like 2,000+ word pieces on their 7th round pick who plays in the Swedish J20 league? Like I'm just like, I don't think we can get more positive than that, man. I've tried really hard. I do. That's part of the game that I really love about hockey, is like the guys, these kids developing into men. And I know, like, I mentioned Lisa before, but watching like Lisa watch the kids, literally like the kids on like the Seattle Thunderbirds, and seeing them graduate and move on to NHL, and like that's a really cool thing to be a part of for people that I just think enjoy sports. So I think there's a huge area to tell stories about these young men becoming adults and professionals, and I think that part of sports is something that I am really passionate about covering. So I think that the Canucks want me to do that with their folks in-house, with the addition of being able to speak with, like I said, guys from the development group. What are they working on with Jonathan LeCaramacki? What's something with him, like having longer conversations with him, and kind of, maybe them feeling a little bit better about not being like media. This media is trying to get the story out of me. Like now I can tell the right story. I think that the players want their stories to be told. That's something that I'm really excited about.
I also just want to say, every Abbotsford player I've ever seen, every prospect I've seen ever talk to you, there is a comfort level there that there just isn't with other people. And that's just the truth. Yeah. And I don't think that's going to change at all. If anything, it's going to improve with this new role. And like I said, I'm very, very excited for you, man. And you should be very excited. It's good news. Like, it's good news. And again, we're not going to announce who's coming in to replace you on Canucks Convo, but you know who it is. We both feel very, very good about it. And it's not going to be a situation where, the show drops off dramatically in quality or anything like that. Like, I don't want to say more, but we've got some things in the work that are going to make it feel like Canucks Convo. And it's going to still be Canucks Convo, and it's going to be a really good time.
Yeah, because leaving makes me, not the best with change. I like to be in my lane and just do my thing and be in my lane and that type of thing. That's why, I don't know, today's been weird. Sometimes I like being the center of attention, but not like right now. Like this has been a lot here. So that's been cool. But I feel so happy about like the way that you guys are, and the replacement you have coming in, as well as everything that's going on at Canucks Army. You guys are in a good spot moving forward. I know that there's going to be a lot of good success there continuing on, and not too worried about that. But yeah, get going on Monday next week, or not next week, the week after that.
Get that right.
November 6th will be my first day with the Canucks, and gonna have to go buy some nicer suits, I think.
Am I gonna see you on your first day? Like, you're still gonna be at morning skates, so I think. And it's Edmonton. You're gonna be gone. You're gonna be gone when Edmonton. Oh man, I'm gonna have. Oh wait, I almost said their names. I'm gonna have 2 different people to talk about the Oilers with, instead of you and Aaron, which is gonna suck. But it'll still be
your Oilers jokes are just gonna like be blown into the wind.
Yeah,
no
we'll bring Aaron on. We'll bring Aaron on as a guest, and he just has to listen to me talk.
Well, your new producer should just have like we need Aaron to record this of just a clip going like
an Aaron
his
line.
head. Once we have that recorded, that can just be thrown up in the corner on the YouTube channel here.
Oh man, yeah, dude, I'm just so excited for you. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Like, I'm still gonna see you around the rink. We're still gonna be best of friends, which I'm very excited about. Still gonna yell at each other during Rocket League, which we've been doing a lot lately. Can we talk about? No, we're not gonna talk about Rocket League.
If we're being honest, we had some.
It's tough, man.
There was some yelling at you last night.
I was bad.
Oh,
I was
man.
bad. Look, I didn't have my A game. Okay, I'm going through a lot.
No, I know.
No, I know.
We all know that. Yeah. Bryce and I were locked in last night.
I know, which is so weird because usually I'm MVP every game.
You are. That's why you have that in your clan tag or whatever it is as MVP.
Because I always get MVP.
A lot of the time you are the best player, but that's the strange thing. It's just like some day,
damn straight.
Can't be there every day, I guess. You didn't show up.
Yeah, that's right. You can't rely on your starter every single night.
I'm listening to you crunching on popcorn and the mic so goddamn loud and then slurping on is your mic like buried into your throat when you're playing?
No, it's like right beside me.
Oh,
but
man,
I'm just gonna say this.
I'm
waiting for your first day when you go in and you say, hey, I've got an idea. Have we considered playing Demko for every single game? Has that been thrown out in this organization? Because that's how it feels for me. You need me on every night to win. That's how it feels for me. That can be your bright idea.
We've been talking about duo tournaments a little bit as well, me and the other player. So
okay.
We're eyeing up the 7 o'clock time now.
Get out of here.
We'll see what happens. All right. I think.
How am I supposed to continue after that? That's the worst. Actually, I can think of something that's much worse. You know what I'm going to say? When your fantasy team or your burger are ice cold.
Oh.
That's why Wendys is offering fresh prizes all season long with Wendys Daily Face-Off Survivor Fantasy. The game lives weekly on dailyfaceoff.com with weekly prizes and a season-long prize of $5,000 up for grabs. It's simple. Sign up, play, and then get free stuff on the Wendys app. You pick a prop that will happen in a game, and the longer you survive with correct answers, the more you can win from Wendys. So while you obsess over your dream team, reward that dedication with Wendys' new obsession, the Very Real Barbecue Bacon Cheeseburger. Freshly added to the Wendys lineup, enjoy the Applewood smoked bacon and crispy onions as cheese melts over the fresh, never frozen Canadian beef. Next week, be prepared to sign up for the Wendys Daily Face-Off Survivor game. Anything to say?
I'm just in the chat here. Wendys is good stuff. I like Wendys.
Okay.
You know what I really like from Wendys is the dip in the fries and I like the
Frosty?
Listen, the barbecue bacon cheeseburger. I gotta just say, like, that thing is good. But I've talked about the onions on there a lot. But I love dipping the fries in the vanilla frosty. That's my favorite thing to do at Wendys.
It is very good. Sorry, I'm also catching up on the chat. There's a lot of interaction today. I think people must be really excited to hear us talk about the Oilers. But you're replying to people in the chat. That's why you're just so out of it.
Here. No, I'm just getting a couple people here there. They asked about the photo I use.
You know
how much weight I've lost since that photo?
Canucks just added their second 5,000 calorie man to the organization.
Yeah, they did. But that's where the photo's from.
Did you? When was that photo taken? Oh, that was our Sportsnet shoot we did.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, because I wanted to hit my wedding goal weight, which has slipped a little bit over the last little bit, to be 100%.
You still look good.
But, no, it looked fine back then, but I think I look better now. I could have. I'm just not a big headshot guy. They're like, do you have any fresh headshots? I'm like, what do you think I am?
I got headshots. I got a headshot guy.
You get headshots
I got a headshot guy. It's my uncle.
How often do you get headshots done?
Well, my first headshot I had done when I was 19. Then I hit puberty.
Yeah.
So then I got another one when
you can find that if you Google it real quick.
Yeah, if you Google it, you can find my headshot.
I like
if
the
you
young
Google.
Shots of quads.
There's a few young shots of me.
You've grown into your Adam's apple.
I also,
if I remember correctly from your first shot.
I also weigh about 50 pounds more than I did when I was 19.
You boosted the neck.
Also in muscle, before people ask, I had that crazy. Remember when COVID hit and I was like, Chris,
thick,
I weigh 115 pounds and I don't want to anymore. And then I was eating the calorie, not 5,000, but I was eating like 4,000, working out every day, and that was
dedicated enough.
Put on a base layer is what I like to call it now.
Right.
because now I have my base weight. I don't think I can drop much lower than what I'm at right now. I'm at like 150-ish. I gotta weigh myself. It's been a while. Anyways, where was I going with this?
Wendys. No,
that's not where I was going.
We can talk about the games coming up here over the weekend a little bit. Back-to-back games this weekend. You got the Blues on Friday. You got the Rangers on Saturday. Confirmed by Rick Tocchet, head coach of the Vancouver Canucks today, that Demko will go tonight. Casey DeSmith going tomorrow. And here's the interesting note, because Quads, what did I tell you I was going to do yesterday? I'm going to watch the Flames play against the Blues last night. Freaking regional stuff. Couldn't watch it. That's why I got stuck watching but hey, I enjoyed watching the Oilers. But the Blues end up getting shut out, or they get a shutout last night with Joel Hofer. So it looks like Binnington's going to be the matchup tonight for the Canucks, which, hey, I don't think Canucks fans hate that. The Canucks fans like scoring on Jordan Binnington. I think they do. I think they like seeing the Canucks score on that guy.
I think the Canucks are Jordan Binnington's kryptonite.
Yeah, and did you see? I think the Blues had a tweet of something of like, or somebody had a tweet about like how good Binnington's been against the Canucks in the regular season. Like here's Binnington's stats against the Canucks, and then like all the replies were like, yeah, but you should include the playoff stats.
Yeah,
because like he's been good against them in the regular season, but the playoffs they absolutely dominated the guy. So I'm excited for tonight's game. I tell you, it's a good. I like that. There's different things that have to be challenged for the Canucks as the season goes on. Tonight's the first back-to-back, right? Tonight's the first start of the back-to-back for them moving forward here. And yeah, it's like Corey said in the chat, PD owns Binnington. Yeah, like we'll get to the bets a little bit later. I think we're going to see a lot of goals tonight.
Let's also not forget that Binnington had that quote the year after him and PD's rookie year, where he said, he kind of shyly said it, but he still said it, that he thought he deserved the Calder. What a crazy quote to give. Like, let's just zoom in on that for a second. That those words actually came out of his mouth after the season that Elias Pettersson had as a rookie. That this 26-year-old old man came out and said, yeah, I thought I should have won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, it's like that reminds me of like even though it didn't happen because Pettersson ended up getting the trophy. You ever see that video, that baseball video where the little girl gets a ball thrown to her and that mom like grubs it and rips it out of the little girl's hand? That's basically what Binnington was trying to do, but the kid was too strong, and that's the kid.
Yeah, that kid was Elias Pettersson.
Yeah,
you don't try to rip Petey's ball from him.
Yeah,
never.
I don't think so. And yeah, I like seeing Binnington get scored on personally. Just a personal opinion, I guess.
Well, obviously,
yeah. I don't think it's a bad day.
I asked Rick Tocchet about this.
Yeah, you were down there today. You've been
yeah.
at the morning skates more now that I'm not going.
Yeah, everybody's actually commented. People are like, wait, are you gonna be at the rink now?
Everyone's like,
and begrudgingly, I have to say yes.
Yeah.
I even thought about going to the game tonight, but I don't know. It's just there's so much traffic.
It's a lot easier for me to go. I will say my commute to work is it's pretty great.
Yeah,
I will say that.
Yeah. Someone asked me if I'm still going to record in your house. They're like, so is Canucks Convo still going to happen in Faber's apartment? That would be hilarious.
That would be really funny.
You're down working at Rogers Arena, I come up to your apartment to work. No, more on that to come. But no, it is. I can tell you it is not happening in Faber's apartment anymore.
Yeah, I'm going to actually have to change this room up a little bit.
Yeah.
Your desk is gone. First thing that happens, it's gone.
People don't realize how small our setup is.
I thought
we are very close to each other. Like I could probably get in your camera.
You're almost there.
If I just
there you go. We're not very. I think the camera kind of because my green screen. Even though I hate this green screen, it makes it look like there's more. I only have
we're very close to each other.
Touching this thing.
We're very close.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think, but you guys have a really good setup coming up. I know it's good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
It's not Nono's old place though.
No, it's not. We're not moving back into Nono's. Let's get on topic here. I talked to Rick Tocchet this morning about seeing that the teams had gone with their starters for the Canucks matchup. Look, we saw, like I said, the corpse of Jonathan Quick shut out the Edmonton Oilers last night. We see Joel Hofer. Joel Hofer. Do the same to the Calgary Flames also the night prior. Now both teams are going to their starters. That's Igor Shesterkin and Jordan Binnington. I asked Tocchet if he had that go into his game planning at all with Smith and Demko, and he said no. Yeah, he also made a joke that he doesn't know what Berube's going to do. A good friend of his, obviously. And I just found that interesting because I don't know. I would take that as a compliment if I was Rick Tocchet and I was the head coach of the Canucks and this team's firing on all cylinders the way they are right now. And teams are looking at the Oilers, who are alleged Stanley Cup contenders, and said, yeah, we could probably get away with Jonathan Quick
Yeah,
in that game.
interesting,
We
right.
got to save Shesterkin for Vancouver. And hey, like St. Louis, everybody's gonna point out, yeah, they're it was a back-to-back. They're gonna be tired. The Blues didn't even have to work last night. Like, did you watch that game?
Yeah.
The Alberta teams are in shambles. Like, it is bad right now.
So I was watching the end of the Oilers game, and actually Aaron can jump in for this, but like I'm watching, there's about 3 minutes left, and they just get a power play. It's like 3.5 minutes left. Felt they already gave up at that point. Like they pulled the goalie for a second, but then they got the power play and put the goalie back in. Like they gave up, right, Aaron? Like the last 3 minutes, you could tell like they were just dumping the puck in on the power play, letting the Rangers just clear. Like, man, that was tough to watch. No wonder the boos were coming down.
Dude, it's like our team just doesn't care. They're a shadow. They're a shell of what they were last year. I said on the post-game show, last year for the Oilers.
You're eating licorice over there. What are you eating on over there? Come on.
McDonald's, hash brown,
Oh,
left over from breakfast. It's a long day. But it's that last year for the Edmonton Oilers, I thought every single game, we could be down 3 goals. I'm live betting the comeback. Like I always had the confidence that we would, because we can put up 1 million goals. We could score on the power play, like bing, bang, boom. This year, I have none of that confidence at all. Just like the team in the third period, I was just counting down the minutes until I had to go live again because I had no confidence whatsoever. It's tough times over here.
Did I see that Vander Kane was like on? Aaron, bring yourself back.
You know what?
He was on like the morning weather thing. I was like, if that happened in Vancouver, like after the 7 start last year, if like JT Miller jumps on Global News and gives the weather report.
I saw the second that the Oilers gave up last night, there was a play with about 3 minutes left. They're setting up on the power play. The puck skips over Vander Kane's stick at the blue line and goes out, and they have to reset. That was the second they gave up. All of them gave up that second. Like there's 3 minutes left. They're down by 3. They're not likely to come back. But the Oilers team is a team that can score. I mean, it's tough without McDavid, obviously, but they can score 3 goals in 3 minutes. We've seen it happen against the Vancouver Canucks. We know the 3-goal lead the Canucks had to start last year against the Oilers in that game.
I'm getting called a fake fan in the chat right now. I sit here every day and just get blasted, and I stand up for my boys.
Yeah, he's back on mute.
You're going to get muted because I'm going to mute you myself right there. But the thing with the Vander Kane as well, why the hell are you doing the news the day after you got shut out and you're on the first line? Vander Kane's been getting in his own way this year. He started out the year, and after he lost 2 games, he had some dumb quote where he goes, "Oh, we're 32 out of 32. The sky is falling," just making fun of it. Well, we're 31 out of 32 right now. Then the next game he gets in a fight, and in the intermission interview, he goes, "Well, I wasn't getting any ice time, so I might as well." And then we get shut out, and he's doing the weather? Where's this man's head at? I have no idea.
I just find it funny that all the Edmonton media was ready to proclaim that, all those off-ice issues that have followed Vander Kane everywhere he's gone, those are gone now. Those are fine. Those are all gone. There's never going to be an issue with this guy in this market. Look how good his first season was. Anyways.
Hold on to that. Last thing, we'll let you go on this, Aaron, with the last Oilers update. Leon Draisaitl's just like, this is his last year on the contract as well. Is that, or does he have one more year? What's the deal there?
I think he has this year and one more year.
Okay. There's no way this would be his final year, and it's not a huge story.
Like I thought it was. I'm going to double check.
Yeah, you double check.
There's no way.
I don't like to even think or imagine of living in that universe, so I'm not going to.
He would be a UFA.
Yeah, he's got one more year.
I was going to say, think of
how
this
Connor the year after.
Think of how this market is treating Petey as an RFA, and if Draisaitl was to be a UFA,
hey, listen,
and the team gets to this start, oh baby. Anyways,
a lot of folks saying, "Be nice to Aaron, Lisa." I know we're nice to Aaron, but what we're
real
doing
fan Aaron, I see it in there, Cody. You're backtracking.
I tell you, you got to mute this guy. You got to mute this guy, Aaron.
The threat of the mute, and then here we go. The real guys come out. All right, okay, bye.
All right, but there's Aaron.
Enough.
And by the way, we'll touch on. We'll say goodbye to Aaron again a little bit later in the show because
that'd be really funny if we didn't
say this yesterday.
Yeah,
on the show.
Okay. You got some business to take care of.
Business. All right. Real important business. That's like pulling a foam claw. The BC Lions bring the noise and fill the dome, folks. The home playoff game is on Saturday, November 4th at 3:30 here down at BC Place, just down the road. I'm still thinking about it. I swore off the BC Lions, but playoff games, you love to get to a playoff game and support the local club here. BC Lions tickets are on sale now at bclions.com. And check this out, Quads. We were talking about ticket prices yesterday. $30 to get in for adults, $15 for kids 17 and under. So
Can't beat that.
Can't beat that. You know what it's like in there. The kids, they have a good time at BC Place, and everybody's in there having a blast. Bring the noise, fill the dome. That's what they're saying for the playoffs here with the BC Lions. I bought this claw. When I went up to buy this claw, my wife, she says, you better not go over there and buy one of those $40 claws. So I come back, and the friend that I was with said, I'll pay for half of it, and we'll deal with the ramifications after. So I didn't buy the whole claw by myself. Well,
finance the claw.
Technicality there. So the buddy I go with the games with, half and a half, we got to split the claw. But I'm doing the first downs and everything. I like the Lions games. They're fun times.
Okay. Odds and ends.
Odds and ends, not much. Vilmer Ulrichsen. You see what they're calling him out there?
No.
They're calling him Ricky Bobby in Guelph. The Guelph Store tweeting out Ricky Bobby with another goal.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so Vilmer Ulrichsen was I want to get a 4th round pick, I believe, of the Vancouver Canucks last year. He was in that big stretch where they had 3 of them. They're calling him Ricky Bobby out in Guelph. I love this because he got 5 goals now.
Yeah, explain
and 2
it,
assists in 10. Well, his name's Ulrichsen. So I guess they're just taking the Rick from there and turning it to Ricky Bobby.
That's even better. I love that.
It's awesome. So
I didn't get
what
it
a
at
great
first.
prospect name. You got him out there. You got the Eagle in Kirill Kudryavtsev out in the OHL as well.
They really call him the Eagle?
Yeah, they call him the Eagle out
Wow.
there. And he's with Sioux. And then you got the other OHL guy, obviously Hunter Brustevich. We spent enough time talking about him on this show and had him on last week as well. Check out the full interview. If you haven't checked that out, I highly recommend that one over on the YouTube account. Go listen to Hunter Brustevich. But yeah, Vilmer Ulrichsen, I just wanted to bring him up a little bit. Up to 5 goals and 2 assists in 10 games. And he's got 3 goals over his last 4 OHL games. So listen, the OHL is no slouch league, right? Like, it's a solid league. And this guy's coming over from the J20 league in Sweden where he didn't produce a ton. So he's having a lot of success with this adjustment. And I forget the guy's name. I think he plays on the Blues, Torpchenko or something. He's a big 6'6" winger that came over. He actually developed with Guelph, another 6'6" winger. So when I talked to the GM of Guelph a month ago or so, he's telling me, like, yeah, we've developed a 6'6" winger from Europe before. Like, we're going to do a lot of the same things here with Vilmer. And really good start for him. Like I said, 3 goals in his last 4 games in the OHL. He's starting to heat up a little bit.
Shake and bake, baby.
Yeah. And
I just watched that movie for the first time, like a month or 2 ago.
Really, there's a few things in that movie that don't really hold up in 2023 as much anymore.
I still found it funny.
It's still funny.
But you're right. Sure. Yeah, it was my first time watching it. Aaron in our private chat is already asking, how did that happen?
Have you ever seen Old School? Have you ever seen Old School? I didn't think so, actually.
That's the one with
Will Ferrell.
Jackie Moon.
No, have you seen Semi-Pro, right?
No.
I don't know if that one holds up so much either with a few of the things that were said in it, but when I was a kid, that was my #1 quoted movie of all time. Aaron in the chat is, when Aaron's pissed, he goes all caps in our little in-show chat here. He's pissed.
This is a thing we haven't.
Where have you been, Quads? What are you? You don't like good movies? You don't like to laugh?
No.
Yeah, you're young too, Aaron. Like, you guys are similar age. How old are you, Aaron?
I'm 28. So.
Oh, never mind. You're youngish.
Anyways, no, I like movies, but I don't watch a ton of movies. Like, I know. I like a good TV show. I like playing video games than I like watching movies.
What's the funniest movie you've ever seen? Do you think it's probably gonna be Step Brothers? Is that what you're gonna say? Like, your era?
Yeah, Step Brothers is good. I have seen it. It is. It's a very good movie.
You've seen like Talladega Nights, or you just
we just said
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the funniest movie. Like, you know what? People are gonna laugh. I really like Shrek. Shrek's a great movie.
No, it's a good movie.
Great franchise.
When I was young, when we used to do our baseball trips, we had the same bus. And we only had 2 videos, and one was Bull Durham. That was one of the movies that we watched on the road trip. The other one, you've never seen Bull Durham? It's a baseball movie.
No, I haven't.
Dude, how have you not?
You know what? I watched Field of Dreams for the first time last year.
Yeah.
And I watched Moneyball for the first time 2 years ago.
Sean's got a good one. Have you seen Superbad?
Yes, that is my favorite funny movie. That's my favorite.
Yeah. I mean, that's very good. But the other one that we had, so we had Bull Durham and Delirious, which is the Eddie Murphy special. Like, this is before my time either, but we only watch those 2. So like, we get to the baseball field or whatever. We'd be like a 6-hour road trip. We watch both, and like all the quotes are just going around. And the kids that we're playing against are like, Delirious by Eddie Murphy's like way before our time of the kids that we're teenage kids. And we had some interesting quotes back in the day for sure. But yeah, that's a good one. Dumb and Dumber. Have you seen Dumb and Dumber?
No. People are very upset about this.
Jimmy Grimmy's got it right.
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, Jimmy Grimmy. Wait. Do you think that's a guy or a girl?
Jimmy Grimmy's. We never got to the bottom of that.
We never got to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
We did get to the bottom of the Tale of Dale.
Tale of Dale, yeah.
Okay. Anybody you want to ask about more movies I haven't seen? This is something we haven't done, but a lot of people know this. Like
Yeah.
a lot
And
of
you know
people in
what?
the
I tell
media
you,
know I haven't seen a lot
Some
of
people
stuff.
I've seen get mad in the chats, like sticking onto the hockey talk. I'm sorry, folks. It's not. We're gonna go off the rails a little bit here. The last little bit. Yes, the ice cream, Lisa. Great poll from Delirious. I'm not gonna do the impersonation. You got to watch it's Eddie Murphy. He's in a full red leather, like top to bottom leather fit. Oh my goodness, that's
the thing.
incredible.
I don't know. Like the Canucks play tonight. We have a few more business points to take care of, but we're also together for 5 more shows after this one. This is our last one with Aaron.
Yeah.
I think you guys should just keep rattling off movie titles and see if I've seen them.
You guys' hockey stuff that's going to be coming up. I'm really excited about that. It's going to be hard to build the chemistry of the pod. I did all this screwed around stuff, I know, but I know some people don't like this, so they're going to really
People are going to love the hockey analysis.
They're going to like your new co-host coming in for sure.
No nonsense.
No nonsense. This is sports talk. Nothing of that. But that's, I heard this, and I heard Donnie talk about this the other day. Like obviously the poker clip is like, that's like the most iconic thing from TSN or from 1040, like the team 1040, and even Donnie's like career, like it's one of them. And I mean, I guess it's sports related, and I guess that's what makes it so good. It was such a good argument about some sort of sports related thing. But yeah, here's another one: Nacho Libre. Super Troopers. Have you seen Super Troopers?
No.
Oh, man, Super Troopers is a good one.
I have seen The Big Lebowski. I have seen Napoleon Dynamite.
Okay. Nacho Libre though, no.
No, I saw that a while ago. I didn't like that movie.
I like Nacho Libre.
I thought that was funny.
I think that's one of my favorite Jack Black movies, actually.
You know what Jack Black movie I really liked was the Jumanji remakes. Those were good. I like those.
I never watched any of those.
They were good.
When I was a kid, actually, I was scared of Jumanji. I don't know what it was. I thought it was a horror movie because whatever the VHS cover of
spooky,
Jumanji,
man.
It was spooky. There, and we had it like this is before your time. We had the VHS, and like it was part of the TV.
I was still there for VHS.
No, but it was part of the TV, and it was like a 14-inch TV that we had downstairs at my old place. And we had Jumanji always sitting there, and I was scared of Jumanji for some reason.
I never seen American Pie. I have seen Mrs. Doubtfire. Have seen Happy Gilmore. Okay, let's not do this all weekend.
Super Troopers is really good.
Let's not do this for the rest of the show. Any other Canuck things that you want to?
No, I mean, we're going to have a lot more stuff. We'll have a lot more on Monday to touch on because it's like, hey, listen, we got 2 games to talk about. We got prospects. We got Abbotsford, a couple of games. Like Monday's going to be we'll get back to the hockey stuff on Monday, and we'll have, I'll work on getting us a guest on Monday that'll bring a little bit of insight. We'll do a full hour show on Monday too. I have a good feeling.
Yeah, we'll have a good show on Monday.
But next Friday is going to be, listen, we're going to crack open that crown. We're going to have a little bit of a good time.
We're going
to go out a little bit. No crying. I think we've gotten that out of the way. I almost had a couple tears today. Just like, it's hard. Like when you're reading through all the comments and all these people are saying such nice things that it's like, I just always I try and treat everyone really nice and treat everyone the way that I'd like to be treated. And it's really cool to hear. And people haven't done that throughout my whole life. Some people, they haven't returned the favor of what I think is just like treat everyone with respect and be kind to everyone. And to see a lot of people returning the favor, or at least be saying that they were thankful for it, it was really cool. Like a lot of the, like, I don't know, it's stupid, like seeing people on the street and stuff, and they're like really excited to like chat. Like I love talking to those people. I love talking. Like in Victoria, I know Rob shared the story, and like everyone is sitting down at the table, and like I got up and I wanted to talk to this guy. And the guy listens to the show every day. He said he's in the chat here and never says anything, but he said he's in the chat every day. Just things like that. Like I love dealing with everyone else.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you, man.
Yeah,
I'm going to miss you.
All right, we got some business to take care of here.
I'm gonna open a pack of hockey cards.
Sure, it's time for anyone else. Let's get the graphic up here, Aaron. Anyone else, which is our segment that gets the folks involved in the chat, even though the chat's been popping off. Maybe they are just going to ask about movies, which is totally fine because that is what anyone else is all about. Anyone else is brought to you by DoorDash. Ordering is easy. Just open up the DoorDash app, choose what you want from where you want, and your items will be left safely outside your door with the default contactless delivery. So I'm on the DoorDash app yesterday, getting a couple groceries, right? I like the Dash Mart, the Dash Mart quads. So I hit the Mart. They brought over some stuff and breakfast because I was thinking about getting breakfast, and I said, no, I'm going to do the Dash Mart. I'll make it myself. I think I can save a little bit of money and get like 2 or 3 breakfasts out of it. So I went with that instead. Another ice battles here.
Look at this. This was a loaded pack. This is the 2023-24 MVP.
The rookie of Luke Hughes.
Yeah,
Nicely
Luke
done,
Hughes,
Quads.
and a very shiny little ice rep.
Wow, nice. Yeah, real nice set there. The MVP is way better. Remember, I used to say a couple of years ago, I said the MVP pack kind of sucks, but they've really cranked it up.
What's this guy's name?
DoorDash. For a limited time, our listeners can get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter promo code NATION25. It's on the screen right now. All capital letters, uppercase letters, NATION25. That's 25% off up to $10 value. NATION25.
Was Tommy Hawk, like, because his name's Tommy Hawk, I pulled it on the card.
Mm-hmm.
It says 2001. That's when Finn came in for the Canucks. Was 2001 just a big year for mascots?
Good question.
Start your research on that, because I'm curious. Just because I know Finn was born in 2001.
Yep, right here in the ocean.
Yeah, right there in the ocean.
Yeah.
But Tommy Hawk also hatched in 2001.
Okay.
So
Finn debuted in 2001.
Yeah.
You
Tommy
had
Hawk.
Niles, who's a seafaring islander.
For what? Oh, I was asked for what
mascot
team?
From the island.
I think I can guess which team.
Or no, they replaced him with Sparky the Dragon in 2001.
What, the Islanders?
Yeah, and then Tommy Hawk 2001 as well. So
what the hell did Sparky the Dragon? Who came up with that idea?
Have you ever been to New York?
No.
Have you ever been to the island?
No, have you?
No, I don't have anything to say. I'm just asking.
The Dragons.
They brought Niles out of retirement in 2022 with the return of the Fisherman's logo. Is what I'm learning here about. And I actually,
good.
Not only that, but we're pulling the cards here, and I got this one for Mama Lisa as well. The young guns of what do they call it?
Bowie.
Yeah. I got that for Lisa next time I see her. It's sitting right here beside my desk or on my desk. All right. Anyone else? What do we got here?
Good one from Karan. Worried this team is on a PDO bender, high save percentage and shooting percentage. What does this team need to do to keep up the offensive production?
I mean, the interesting thing is, and did I see the stat today? The Canucks are last in the league for drawing penalties. I think you can get a lot more from getting some power play opportunity as well, too, right? Like that's going to make a big difference. So I think at 5-on-5, they're getting good goaltending. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think that the Canucks are shooting at a ridiculous rate.
I don't think
the Edmonton
it is.
Oilers game boosted it quite a bit, but if you take that game out of it, like I've actually I'm going to look that up. I'm going to see what their games were, or what the team looked like aside from the Edmonton Oilers game.
They're not going to face Stuart Skinner and Jack Campbell every night.
You want me to take out both those games? I can go.
Yeah, take out all the Oilers games.
Okay.
And just see what they're looking like, because that's the thing. That's been a hot topic at the morning skate today and at the practice yesterday at Rogers Arena. We heard it from Rick Tocchet. We heard it from players. You know, if the Canucks are last in the league in penalties drawn, here's something for you to consider, Chris. Every time we talk about Elias Pettersson being at his best, we talk about what he's doing aside from putting up points. You know, he's doing that reverse hit. He's playing physical, but he's also drawing a lot of penalties because he's getting to the inside. And that's something Tocchet said he didn't really see enough from his team early on, but he's seen it a lot more last game in Nashville. And I think he also said the game before that as well, that they've been getting more to the inside. And when you do that, you're going to naturally draw more penalties. So again, I get their PDO is high right now, but you also have to consider that they've been getting the job done without having a ton of power plays, which if you asked me in the summer how this team was going to succeed, that would have been high on my list, is that this team needs to have a good power play, but they also need to be getting a lot of power play chances, and they can't go on the penalty kill too much.
No.
Their penalty kill's been fine. The power play's been good, but they haven't gotten a lot of chances. That's going to correct at some point. So while PDO, right, it means you're lucky, it's going to correct at some point.
To tell you so you understand this. So aside from the two Oilers games, the Vancouver Canucks' PDO is 1.01. So basically almost exactly what you would expect.
Yeah.
So like aside from the Oilers game, take that out of the equation. They're basically they've only got an 8.5% shooting percentage and a 9.22 save percentage. So it's like that shooting percentage might climb a little bit. That save percentage might probably going down a little bit, but for the most part, with a 1.001 PDO, we're not talking about like, you know, some of the best teams in the league and having a ridiculous PDO.
Yeah,
they're getting everything. Like I'm looking at the Bruins right now over their past few games. They got a 9.63 save percentage and a 10+% shooting. Like it's not going to be like that, and they're not going to have that all season. But the Canucks, not much. I mean, they're at least since the Oilers game, like that's boosted it for sure.
It's funny that
that stat that people are talking about, take it as a grain of salt, because yes, those like the Oilers, they couldn't stop, couldn't plug a goddamn duct tape they get on the commercial there with the folks. What am I trying to say?
Flex Seal.
Flex Seal.
With
Thank
Bill
you.
Swift.
They couldn't plug anything with a whole jar of Flex Seal.
You're gonna miss this when you go work for the Canucks. People are just gonna stare at you blankly.
Yeah, you
when
say,
you try
what's
to-
the guy?
the guy.
He cuts the boat in half and then he puts it together.
Only I can come up with that answer.
Yeah. I
No,
hope
but
they can deal with
it's
being in
funny.
that office.
It's funny that we're talking about. Well, if you take away the first 2 wins of the season because they were against the fraudulent Oilers, it's funny that we're having this conversation because who would have thought? First of all, but second of all, first game was good. Second game, Tocchet yelled at them at the next practice. They didn't play that well in that second game. The Oilers are just that bad.
Yeah.
Like that's what it came down to. Sorry, Aaron. But that's really what it came down to. So I think it is appropriate to look at the games where they have gone 2-2 in those games. That 4-game sample size we're looking at, they've been a 500 club. So again, the original question, are they being propped up and overrated? I don't know.
A lot of the stats.
What do you actually believe of this team? Like, I think they can challenge. I said at the start of the year, I think they can challenge to be third in the Pacific. I don't think that's changed. Like, I don't think anybody's out there saying this team's for sure going to finish second in the Pacific where they sit right now behind only Vegas, who looks like they're just going to run away with the Pacific. I don't think anybody's changed their real expectations of this team. I know some people expected them to be, a lottery team for sure. And maybe their expectations have changed a little bit. But for us, I don't think we've really, our opinions haven't changed too much based on these games, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think it's at least we're looking at it like, oh, hey, they actually did have the good start that we were all hoping for. And they're off to that. We're going to just see how it goes from here, right? I think that's the question. I got one here from Trudes. You can get a Burt cam up. Everybody just wants
I got Burt.
Yeah, and he's got a new the other day it was set up. He's looking outside the window. Trude says, when will Pods be back on the ice this weekend? ? Doesn't sound like this weekend. I know that he's been around the rink and the team's already traveled down to San Diego where the AHL team is playing this weekend. But Ryan Johnson was on Donnie and Dolly today. Shout out to those guys. They gave me a little shout out as well on their show. Appreciate them. Awesome guys, both of them. And what he was saying was that Pods is reacting extremely well, or he's reacting well to the treatment, I guess, that he's receiving right now. And it was good to people are saying that he was walking around the rink yesterday. So really good news to hear there about Vasily Podkolzin recovering from that really tough thing to watch in hockey of him on the ice there. All right, that's our anyone else segment. If a couple more pour in, we'll get to a few on the way out because we got a little bit of time here. But Quads, light the lamp tonight. Canucks game, or hockey game tonight. Light the lamp.
I got it.
Yeah, you got it. Time now to see who is going to light the lamp. Are you? I thought you were taking.
Well, you just started. Okay. All right. I got this.
Figure it out. This segment hasn't been ironed down 100%.
Time now for Light the Lamp, brought to you by our friends at Four Winds Brewing, family owned and operated in beautiful Delta, British Columbia. Vancouver is playing St. Louis tonight. We want to know who's going to score the first goal for Vancouver. And if you nail it, you could win a $25 gift card to the Four Winds Tap Room located at 72nd and River Road in Delta. Enter by keeping an eye out for today's show clip and comment who you think will light the lamp and score the first goal tonight. Winners will be contacted directly. And hey,
no winners last time.
No, don't fall for these. Every time you do a contest, there's all these fake accounts that come out, and it's like CanucksArmy.mom or whatever. And it's and that's not just the failed spin-off site that I suggested. That is, fake accounts. They come at you with one misspelling and they try and say, oh, you've won. Send us your social insurance number.
Oh yeah. No social insurance.
Don't give your social insurance number to Chris.
No, I don't want your social insurance number. I don't need that. I wouldn't know what to do with that.
Actually, neither would I. What can you do with that? Actually, I'm not going to Google that.
Don't.
Yeah, I'm not Googling
your
that.
Computer's going to shut down.
Yeah, my computer shuts down.
What can I do when
what can I do if I steal someone's social insurance number?
Yeah, we'll do that. Probably wouldn't even say that online.
Okay.
We just got flagged.
Yeah.
Corey says Bavillier. Karan says a Hronek bomb. I'd like to see a Hronek bomb. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. So yeah, check it out in the show clip. That's what you want to reply to, right? It's going to be up on the Canucks Army Twitter account. That's what we'll throw in there,
and other socials. But anyways, okay, ready to wrap it up? Betway, let's go.
Yeah,
get us out of here.
Betway. Here we go. We got the Canucks tonight facing off against the St. Louis Blues here at Rogers Arena, and what I'm going with is Binnington getting lit up. I got Brock Besser and Andrei Kuzmenko to score tonight. You get both of these players. Both of them score. You can turn $10 into 65 with plus 550 odds over on Betway. And you got to get a goal from both these guys. But I think the power play is going to get one tonight. And then I think with the other one, we'll get one at 515. Pretty good rate. Plus 550 to get both these guys scoring today. Brock Besser and Andrei Kuzmenko. It's still Brocktober. Still a little bit of time left there for Brock Besser to continue on with it. So I'm going to that one.
People really liking the thumbnail of today's show, which is just
one person. You're picking and
cropped
choosing.
me out of it.
No, you're
you
picking
cropped
and
me
choosing.
out of it. I was in that photo originally.
Yeah, but you're blurry and in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, because you were the groom. You're a photographer at your wedding today. Fantastic job.
Oh,
also,
I got a wonderful message from her about the news today too. She's the best.
she was the best.
Yeah.
Quick update.
Give her a shot. Carol on. You look her up. Carol photographer or something on Instagram. Look up photographer Carol.
Give her a shout out.
Might be
Here
her-
is her first name and her profession.
She's done it. Her Instagram page is big. She's got it. Everybody on Instagram.
You better
knows
go
who I'm
find the
talking
name
about.
if you say I'm going to give her a shout out.
Yeah, hold on. I
Yeah,
wanna
make sure
give her-
you go read Chris Hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll find it if you Google it.
If you Google Chris Hockey, what comes up? Chris Hockey.
Hold
Let's
on, let
see.
me get it right here. Captured by Carol. She's the best.
There you go.
She was fun.
Yeah, I'm
and
sorry,
she did a
buddy.
Great job. With
This is a little hit to your ego. Chris Chelios comes up a lot sooner than
it. Are you
do.
kidding me?
If you Google Chris Hockey, you don't come up. I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Now, if you Google Faber Hockey, I think you might have better
Well,
luck.
Brock Faber's probably got a pretty good
that's
run
right.
now too.
That's
He's-
right. Yes.
Yeah.
Damn. Cousin Brock doing you dirty.
Yeah, I did see the. Did you see the video they posted of them going to school? Did you see this?
No.
It was like the Minnesota Wild.
Oh, I did
school or
see
whatever.
this. Yes.
Yeah,
And it
him
was
with
Brock
his little
Faber's
thing.
mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was like, he had the bag and it said Fabes on it. I was like, I've had that same bag before.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Want to close it out?
No, I don't do that.
No. I mean, are you ready for me to close?
Oh
it
yeah,
out? Sorry.
Betway's done. Everything's done.
Aaron's done. Aaron,
That's
bring
the
yourself back.
Yeah.
Aaron, we are going to miss you. I know we make a lot of
This
fun
is
of
the
you
final
and
show
your
with Aaron,
team,
by the way.
but we are very much so going to miss you. You have been a fantastic addition to this team.
A good punching bag, Aaron.
Yeah, dude, we needed you. And you've been fantastic for this show. Like I said, we are going to miss you dearly. And I know the chat and every listener of this show is going to miss you as well.
One thing I'll say before I let you go, Aaron, there. The other thing is Aaron does so many shows at Nation Network. He's done an incredible job. On top of that, all the clips that you're seeing on social media, all the interviews that are posted, that's all Aaron doing an excellent job for Nation Network. So thank you for that, Aaron. You're doing an awesome job, and we're excited that you've got some good opportunities coming up, and also excited to take some stuff off your damn plate because your plate looks like me at Thanksgiving right now. So
Unless there's
good work here.
Yeah, I love you both, boys. It's been awesome doing the show. I'm not going anywhere, Quads. I'm still just over here in Edmonton, so we can still hang. I'm not breaking up with you like Fabes is. We can. I don't really play Rocket League, but maybe the three of us, we can hop on. I've loved doing the show. I love all of you in the chat. If you ever miss me, come pregame with me, pregame with Boardsy over on the Oilers Nation YouTube. But Quads, if you are going to be doing a show on Friday and you're dipping into Crown Royal, I'll be buzzing myself back in for this one.
I love it.
And I believe it's like November 8th on the Monday you play the Oilers. So I think I'll need to hop on for that one to defend my boys. It's not goodbye. It's just see you later. There you go.
It's November 6th. Aaron's so checked out, he doesn't even know when they play anymore.
Oh, yeah. I understand.
I'm just joking. I'm sorry. I'm taking one last thing.
That's it, baby. That's the last chirp you're going to get.
Yeah, no, I think that's great, and I think I won't be making any decisions on the show down the road, but I think the chat's kind of letting it know that I think they'd appreciate Aaron coming back for some Oilers,
especially on the 7th after the Canucks shut out the Oilers.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Will the Oilers ever score again?
That'll be my first day. You guys have said 3 different dates here. Like Aaron said the 8th, you said the 6th, now you're saying the 7th. So like,
well, 7th is the day after the show after.
I got you. Either way,
keep up, boys.
That'll be my first game as a Vancouver Canuck.
That's exciting.
Hey, Cody Severton, I'm not leaving because the Oilers have killed my love of the game. It's because I'm such a fan that I got to continue to just do the Oilers because I got to will them out of this. If they're not going to do it, it's my job.
There we go. Sterling also says this in the chat. I think he's saying would love to see you in the playoffs.
No, he said.
What? Yeah, I read that wrong. But what I was like, maybe if the Oilers are in the playoffs against the Canucks,
memo to the Canucks. Don't ask Chris to read.
Well,
reading stuff.
He said would say
I'm the
see you in the
senior writer,
playoffs.
not the senior reader.
All right. We'll close it out for our last time.
Thank you, Aaron.
For
Everybody in the chat, show some love to Aaron.
For our technical producer,
I love
Aaron
you all.
Donato. Yes, thank you so much, Aaron.
And you'll be in the chat too, right? You're gonna be hanging around.
Aaron
the
will
chat
jump
every
in.
once
Come
in a
on.
I'll pop in. I will pop in to communicate, but on my personal, it
That's
won't
right.
say Canucks Convo.
Even better. For our technical producer, Aaron Donato, for the last time, and for Chris Faber, for the 6th last time.
Go Canucks, go, baby.
Yeah, now you can say that.
Yeah.
My name's Dave Quadrelli. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of The Canucks Conversation.
I'll miss you all. Goodbye.
Canucks Conversation with Quads and Faber. New episodes every weekday, 1:30 across the board, except for Wednesdays, 1 o'clock. We'll see you there live on the Canucks Army YouTube channel. For more information, visit CanucksArmy.com.
How about keep it to a thank you, Jim?